Anaheim, California. WWE Phenom, movie SmackDown champ and Jungle Cruise star Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson did not grasp what he was getting into by relentlessly pursuing very British Mary Poppins Returns star Emily Blunt to co-lead the Disney action-adventure. When the two disparate movie forces finally met at a Beverly Hills dinner in 2018, the magical sparring began immediately. "You were more gentlemanly at first," says Blunt, eyeing a concurring Johnson just yards away from the Disneyland Jungle Cruise ride that serves as the movie's inspiration. "But the moment he sat down, I went straight for the jugular. The playfully, we're pretty sure, savage barbs and cutting chemistry sizzled when the 6'5" Johnson filmed as Amazon riverboat captain Frank Wolf with the 5'7" Blunt as scientist passenger Lily Houghton in Jungle Cruise, in theaters and on Disney Plus via Premiere Access on Friday. The zingers still fly today even before cameras roll for a USA Today interview. The two broadly bicker over Blunt's blanket that is shedding on Johnson's perfect pants. "Not sure why you're doing this now," Blunt quips to Johnson in keeping the blanket talk about Captain Anal. "Really, that's how it's going to be?" Johnson retorts, "Be ready my friend, here it comes." We unleashed the duo for a final wicked voyage, revisiting what it took to board their Jungle Cruise. Dwayne Johnson, Emily Blunt are well-matched heroes on a cheesy fun Jungle Cruise. Question: Mr. Rock, as a producer on Jungle Cruise, you made a personal video and sent letters from Disney execs to convince Blunt. Have you ever pursued a co-star like this? Emily Blunt: It got stalkerish. Dwayne Johnson: It was only borderline stalkerish. I'm going to get arrested. Chris Hansen is waiting outside. Blunt, laughing: The Catch a Predator host? Seriously? But really it was the script, that's all I needed. Johnson, director, Jamaka Sarah flew to Brooklyn to hand-deliver the script, and I said to him, "Show her this video. I'm mad. I can be very charming when I want to be, so I said." Blunt interrupts: "Your video didn't do anything. It made me want to run." Disneyland unveils ride that removes racially insensitive depictions, adds new story. Q. Ms. Blunt, did you really ghost The Rock after that personal entreaty? Blunt: Everyone says it's ghosting. To Johnson: I'll say now, I was very touched by your lovely video. It was clearly an impassioned plea. Johnson: It wasn't really an impassioned plea. It was, I admire your work. You and I together on screen will be phenomenal. Blunt: It was begging. Johnson: I have to say this, she didn't respond, which is fine. She needed to read the script, but what you do, if you're just a human being with a shred of emotion or decency, is respond. Q. The movie incorporates tour guide pun-filled humor made infamous on the original Jungle Cruise ride. MS Blunt, how did you hold back real laughter? Blunt, it was very easy. I'm not a fan of puns. Q. There's clearly a lot of improv in the movie. What off-the-rails scene didn't make it? Blunt, oh god, it made it in the movie, but the scene where I pull the sword out of him, we shot innuendo after innuendo. Therese, a whole movie there we were seeing how far we could push Disney with innuendos. Therese, now just enough for the adults to laugh and the kids to ask why they're laughing. Johnson, to Disney's credit, they let us push it just enough. Blunt, they did truncate it. Johnson, nearly all of it. Think of my dirty sense of humor and multiply that by 1,000, then you get her sense of humor, so you can imagine what that scene looked like. Q. There's an epic kiss that turns into a group hug with co-star Jack Whitehall, playing Lily's brother McGregor, and no doubt an actor playing a computer-generated screen leopard. How awkward was that? Blunt, it was 2 takes. Jack was horrified. He said it was like watching his parents kiss. At that point it was at the end of the shoot, which made it all the more awkward. And yes, there was a leopard. He was played by a man named Ben, who had very beautiful eyes. Johnson, it all just reminded me of those crazy times when you get really high at 3 in the morning. Those are the thoughts you have. Q. And the scene where Frank gives Lily, trapped underwater, mouth-to-mouth oxygen. How was that to shoot? Blunt, it's such a beautiful scene, but on the day, we couldn't even see each other. It was very murky in the water, so I could have been kissing anyone. It might have been one of your stunt doubles. Johnson, it was probably my foot, so that would be my foot in your mouth. Blunt, we've had really great conversations. Jaume has some really exciting ideas. We all have such an investment in this. Disney does as well. Hopefully, people want to see the journey continue.